We're live, pal.
Oh, snap.
We are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition, a potential two-part edition of the Just Two Marks Wrestling Recap Show. I am the Athletic Geek, and I'm joined by Jedi Jason Kruger.
Hello. Happy Valentine's Day and all that.
Happy Valentine's Day, yes, indeed. And, it's, we got a big, we got ourselves a big episode this week. Big. Because it is a predictions episode, but in a rare change of pace for a predictions episode, I'm going to recognize a few things that happened on the show this week.
It is WrestleMania season.
It is, indeed. It is WrestleMania season. And, yeah, it is... It's going to be one positive thing and one negative thing. And I guess we'll start bad news first. So, well, first of all, let's do the opening.
Oh, yes, we should do that.
Yes. This is the Just Two Marks Wrestling Recap Show. Jedi and myself have been watching wrestling together for nearly 15 years at this point. We love wrestling. We love talking about wrestling with each other and you, the viewers. However, we're not insiders. We're not wrestlers ourselves. We are just two marks. Our opinions carry no more weight than you. We try not to use insider terms because we're not in the business.
That's right.
We're just fans just like each and every one of you. And, well... Charlotte. I don't dislike Charlotte. And I want to point out, I know this is all storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I know that everything that's going on right now is a storyline.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless they're just really, really high. I know Becky's coming back. I know it's just going to be a triple threat, this, that, and the other. But the storyline is so done to death.
Yeah.
Remember?
Well, I have a theory that they're just trying to make everybody hate Charlotte so that they won't boo Ronda. Because when it comes to Becky and Ronda, they're booing Ronda, and that's not the story they want.
That's true.
So I think Charlotte is the de facto villain, so this story can... Plus, it gets her in WrestleMania. So
Yeah, I mean...
happy coincidence, I don't know.
But it's just like... It's just so played out. This happened 5 years ago with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
It happened with Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's happened with almost...
Well, I hope it won't be the same as Daniel Bryan's, where she has to face someone else to get back in the match. I hope that by the time the card's around, she's officially part of it. Actually, I guess somebody was watching stuff. I guess Bully Ray on his podcast had a suggestion to make it a little bit better. He thought it should be a triple threat elimination match.
Yes, I agree
get
with that.
Charlotte out of there and just,
I agree with that. Is
Is
that going to happen? Absolutely not.
Of course not. Bully Ray's not booking this. He's not writing this show, so,
Yeah.
Of course not.
But to me, here's the part that I don't like about it the most.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a similar issue that I had back in 2017.
Yeah.
So what the fuck's the point of the Royal Rumble now? If you can
Right.
just suspend somebody and be like, oh, they're gone. You know, at least when Vince lost his title shot, again, going back 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
when Vince won the Royal Rumble and ended up losing the title shot to Austin, they had a storyline reason for it.
Yeah.
Vince just said, like, I'm going to forfeit mine, and, being all cocky, and Commissioner Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin catch him on technicality and go like, if the Royal Rumble winner is unwilling or unable, then the runner-up gets it, and that's Steve Austin.
Right.
So, there it at least made some sense. This is just kind of like, I'm aware.
I'm not sure
that
about
in the
road. I'm not sure about the way they took this, because I feel like there were other options that could have played better and done the same thing.
I
mean, she has the argument, you weren't even supposed to be in it, so I should have won, kind of thing, because Charlotte was the runner-up.
Yeah,
They could have played off a lot of things, and they kind of, I feel like, took the weirdest shortcut way they could to get there.
I'm a fan of things just making sense. I'm aware that in pro wrestling, there are certain things that you're just gonna have to turn your brain off for.
Yep. Of course.
You know, some certain things are just gonna be like, wait a minute, what's that?
Some people's punches.
Yeah, just certain the referees just have all these quips. There are certain times where it's gonna be like, okay, well, whatever. But in your own continuity, you have established that this is the Royal Rumble winner gets the shot at WrestleMania unless they're unwilling, unable, or lose the title shot.
Right.
Now, I see what they're doing with Becky, and I'm just saying, well, then how come in past Royal Rumbles did Stone Cold Steve Austin just not get suspended for stupid reasons?
It's a new era.
Yeah. It's a new era where we suspend people!
No automatic rematch clause, and you can be suspended for any reason at any time.
Yeah. So, that's stupid. I know that eventually Becky's going to get back in, unless they're just really, really, really high. But, jeez. It's just no. But on the happy note, Kofi Kingston brought his fucking working boots to SmackDown. Motherfucker brought it.
Kofi Kingston said Mustafa who?
I am sad that Mustafa's not part of this, but Kofi...
Man, the cards were not in his favor.
No.
First he got the black eye, and then he got a concussion less than a week later in a live event. It's like, man,
I hope he's going to be okay to come back at least for WrestleMania.
I agree. Hopefully.
I hope. He's got
some doctor jail.
Yeah. Now if he's not clear, they're just going to suspend him.
Yeah, right.
You know.
He'll use Becky's doctor. How dare he?
Yeah. So, but Kofi Kingston, it's gauntlet matches are where
Kofi
you get...
friggin' Kingston of all people. I mean,
he's always been great.
Nothing against him. It's just the fact that they're like, hey, you want to go out there and shine? And he's like, oh, after 10 years, you're asking me to... Sure. Right. I mean...
Yeah, he's always been a great wrestler. He's always had the memorable Royal Rumble stuff, but...
Money in the Bank.
And all these different...
Benjamin left, he was always the...
But, Kofi Kingston, I would not complain at this point. Now, granted, I'd rather see a lot. I mean, I'm sure it won't happen, but if they were to put Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania for the title, I'm not complaining.
That'd be interesting.
I'm not complaining at all if they were to do something like that.
It would almost make sense since he's got backup, since Bryan's got backup.
Yeah. And then, and above all else, don't break up the New Day. Just let somebody, why can't a guy
They're that unique unit that just supports each other.
Why can't somebody get singles accomplishments, and why do they have to break up from their tag?
Exactly. I mean,
everyone pursues some singles, but we're still together.
Bad guy groups do it all the time. Undisputed Era's trying. Evolution did it. I mean, Four Horsemen. If villain groups can do it, then hero groups can do it.
Yeah.
We need a couple Justice Leagues to the Legion of Doom.
Exactly. And not the Legion of Doom with Hawk and Ammo, my friends.
I didn't even catch that.
Yes. So,
now,
had to recognize those things.
Shoulder pads.
Yes. Now it is time for what I'm sure you're all here to see. Elimination Chamber.
Prediction.
Woo!
Who's excited about Elimination Chamber?
Not me.
Raw is not.
Raw definitely is not.
Raw was like, oh hey, there's pay-per-view. We should probably just write down some matches.
Yeah, here's some stuff, some things.
Here's some stuff. Have some matches.
All right.
You paid $9.99.
All right, we're gonna start with the pre-show match.
Ooh, has it been announced?
Yes, it is the Cruiserweight Championship match.
Of course it is.
Buddy Murphy, the champion, versus the challenger, Akira Tozawa. Jedi, who have you got and why?
I cannot see Buddy Murphy losing the title until WrestleMania, because it just can't. He's had it this long, and I don't think he's going to lose it. But that's from someone who doesn't watch 205 Live, so I could be completely wrong.
I'm with you there.
That seems like where we're going at this point.
Yeah. My head says Buddy Murphy. And he's been a good champion from what I've seen him. I mean, he had a really good match on the pre-show at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
On the flip side of things, I'm gonna, just for the sake of not... For Swerve, bro, I'm gonna go with my heart. Go with one of my favorites, Akira Tozawa.
Yeah.
Akira Tozawa wins the Cruiserweight Championship, and I, from seeing him at a little KC Hall when he was on excursion, and getting to say goodbye, it was a really cool moment. We all got to say goodbye to him. We all got to come in the ring, and he came by and hugged all of us before he went back to Japan. You know, life comes full circle with me seeing Akira Tozawa. This is what I'm hoping for. He wins. I get to see him defend the title at WrestleMania. I'm going Tozawa, throwing logic completely out the window, and just going with my my heart in this one.
I mean, sometimes that's exactly what they do too. So I feel like.
All right.
What we got next?
We have Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. Who you got and why?
Who cares? Sorry. I mean,
I'm not. Who gives a fuck? I mean, really, y'all.
Hopefully Braun Strowman, because could you imagine? It's
a no disqualification match.
So we're thinking maybe McIntyre gets involved for some reason.
Perhaps.
Talk about wasted.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Strowman in this one as well.
Yeah.
I don't.
Can't.
Again, it's one of those. Like, how high are you? If this doesn't happen.
I don't even know where we're going with all this. I mean, I don't know. Do anything else with Braun at this point. Go back after the tag titles. Is Nicholas available?
Yeah, is Nicholas. Is he done with school? Can we get a tag match?
Schedule conflicts. One more time.
Justice for Nicholas.
Yeah.
Alright, and now we're going to go on to the next match, which may not be happening because of the latest, can't remember which, it is the SmackDown Tag Title match with The Miz and Shane McMahon, the best in the world, and they're not the besties in the world because that is Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett, motherfuckers. But the best in the world, Shane McMahon and his best friend, The Miz, versus the Usos, but...
Trish and Lita's tag team name?
Team Bestie.
Team Bestie.
But Jimmy Uso was arrested
Oh no.
recently for apparently, allegedly, because you're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, Naomi was driving the wrong direction on a one-way street. A police officer pulled them over, and they had an odor of alcohol amongst the vehicle. And they exited the automobile, and when Naomi was speaking to the police, allegedly, Jimmy Uso exited the vehicle and tried to square up to the cop. So this match might not be taking place. I don't know what's going to happen as a result of that. I do know that the Uso went to the penitentiary at least for a night. I'm sure that joke hasn't been said yet. But for all intents and purposes, it seems like the match is going to happen. Jason Krieger, who you got in line?
Well, of course we're going to go with Miz and Shane at this point. Yeah. I mean, even without that happening, I would not assume they were going to lose here and now. Just yet. I really don't know where this story is going, but I feel like this is just
hell.
But this is just a placeholder, thing for now, so I don't really see much developing out of it. Excuse me. If they have to change it, who knows, but I imagine they're going to retain.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Miz, and maybe not until this news broke, but I'm definitely going with The Miz and Shane as well.
Fair enough.
In a handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship, Bobby Lashley, the champion, and his hype man, Lio Rush. Yes, Lio Rush is going to wrestle on WWE
right.
pay-per-view against Finn Balor. Who you got? Why?
I don't know. I almost lean towards Finn with Leo being in there. Like, logic would dictate 2-on-1. You know, it's a disadvantage. But now he only has to go through Leo if he can actually get in the ring.
I apologize, guys.
He's already proven he can hang with Leo. Not that he can't hang with Lashley. Obviously he can, but...
Right. Storyline-wise.
I don't know. Like, the Intercontinental Championship's another one of those weird things right now. It's like, okay, Bobby Lashley has it. Good for him.
Yeah.
Like, Finn just came off that loss to Lesnar. I don't know. Are they going to give him a consolation prize now?
Maybe.
Or...
So
I almost leave
I think that somehow with some shenanigans,
Lashley.
you know, especially with the, with the stipulation of it being a handicap match, I feel like Bobby Lashley's going to retain, but this could set up possibly a rematch. Maybe with they could at WrestleMania pull out the shark cage, with Lio Rush in it. I don't know if they go that far, or they ban Lio Rush from ringside. Or
right.
They could possibly do something to keep Lio Rush from spoiling the WrestleMania match, and then maybe have Finn win at that one. I'd like that. I'd like to see that. I'd like to be there for that. Please do that. But I'm gonna go Lashley just because it's a handicap match. I don't see. I don't think they'll win. Cleanly.
That's fair.
But
yeah, it makes sense because I can see a lot of the good guys winning on this show, so you got to have some disappointments in there to balance it out, so to speak.
We got Nia Jax and Tamina versus Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan representing the Riot Squad versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus the Iconics versus Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Naomi and Carmella for the new WWE Women's Tag Team Championships.
One of the two matches I'm actually interested in watching.
Who have you got and why?
That is a good question. I actually haven't thought enough about that hardly to make a decision. I think my head, for as much as I'd like someone who's been a team a little bit longer or a little bit more of a thing, I think my head says it's probably going to be Sasha and Bayley. My heart would lean more towards the Riot Squad. Maybe the Iconics, but they've been so underutilized. Or maybe even Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville just for the interest, since they're at least Mandy's kind of doing something right now.
Right.
But I kind of feel like it's going to end up being. Dark Horse pick would be Nia Jax and Tamina just to tick everybody off, but.
Well, that's actually my pick.
I'm gonna
Nia Jax has been,
That's fair.
Roughing up the ladies and getting her hands on some of the fellas here lately.
True.
She beat up R-Truth. She laid her hands on Dean Ambrose.
She should be Braun's partner.
Shut your whore mouth and go back to your whore home on Whore Island. So I think they'll do something with her. And then perhaps maybe for WrestleMania have Sasha and Bayley in a one-on-one match. But I think with the way they're kind of been featuring Nia Jax, whether or not I'm a huge fan or not, I feel like
Could you imagine Tamina of all people?
I know! I know, Tamina!
Pick your friends / distant blood relatives, and
get some tag titles. But yeah, that's it. You say Dark Horse, I say they're my pick. Who is your pick?
Boston Hug Connection. Yeah.
Boston Hug Connection.
Sasha
Okay.
and Bayley.
All right, and then speaking of Riot Squad, we have the Raw Women's Championship. Ruby Riott versus the champion, Ronda Rousey, or Ronnie, as the man would call her. Who have you got and why?
Well, seeing as how her two cohorts are involved in a completely different match, I don't give Ruby Riott a snowflake's chance against Ronda Rousey right now leading into WrestleMania. At least we could have had a snowflake's chance if the other two had been with her.
Yeah. So I agree.
And hurricane.
There's no way. No. There's no way they're taking that belt off of Ronda. No. Not with the way. Again, it's WWE. They've done stupider things in the past.
On the other hand, I mean, look for that to be a lot better than hype leading up to it, as far as in-ring goes.
Yes.
Like, Ruby is a veteran, and Ronda is good at working with people, so I would actually expect that to be a really good match in the ring.
Right.
The result is pretty well written in the stars already.
Right.
So, just throwing that out there. I mean,
Yeah.
If you've wrote it off, you might want to at least check it out, or at least watch a review on it and then check it out when you find out it was good or something. 'Cause that's the way that kind of tends to go. So that's why my 2 cents.
If I was a gambling man,
Yeah.
I would bet quite a lot on
okay.
Ronda Rousey.
No
this one.
kidding. Good thing I'm not.
not
then they
either.
swerve. Then they
definitely
That's
swerve
for
us.
sure.
We're bad
For
luck
sure.
here, people.
For sure.
And finally, the main event, the elimination.
Best promoted match on this card.
But I'm hoping it's the main event. Who knows?
It better
at this point.
be. It better.
I honestly think the women's match might be the
That's
the women's
fair. I
tag
can
title
see
match
it
might
because
be
it's
the main event.
inaugural. That's
Yeah.
fair.
But-
One of those two. It better be one of those two.
Elimination Chamber match for the hemp naturally
The
fallen
World
oak
Heavyweight Championship.
Heavyweight.
The World Heavyweight
With
Championship.
naturally fallen oak. The champion, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton versus Samoa Joe versus Kofi Kingston.
That's right, you heard it right. Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston, Mustafa Ali out with a concussion, which sucks because you know he would have brought it. But Kofi proved on SmackDown he can bring it as well. So
Yep.
who have you got and why?
Oh, I just can't see Daniel losing it this time around.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
I could be very wrong, but I can't see it.
I'm
He
with
just
you.
got his new belt. I mean, he's on a roll. He feels like a big deal right now. To me.
I agree.
So I don't see it.
I feel like if
I don't know
I feel
who
like
he's
if
fighting in Mania, but I don't.
yeah,
think
if Bryan's gonna lose the title, I feel like it'll be at
yeah,
Mania.
yeah.
I mean, they've made liars out
Oh,
of
man,
the
I told my
past.
wife about how Peter was so excited, and she just started laughing,
Yeah.
agreeing with me. You know, it's like you want to look for the definition of mark in the dictionary right now.
Yeah.
Peter's right there.
They just said like he doesn't. They need to treat people badly that eat meat. You
Yeah,
know, that's what
I know,
Daniel
but-
Bryan's representing. Doing the right thing.
Yeah, but still, they acted like they thought this was some big change that was going to stick around, and it's like, good luck on that, guys. It's like,
It just makes me.
you haven't been
And if there's
watching
any
for
Peter
literally that
supporters
year,
watching this, whatever.
Pick any other animal rights group ever because PETA's.
No, that's if there's any other PETA
right
supporters who are watching. I'm not the kind of person who wants to offend people. I'm the person that says you go do you. But I have nothing for PETA. So if you're offended, just gotta find a way to get over
I
that.
mean, PETA wasn't so determined to offend everybody.
Yeah. So if you're a PETA supporter watching this, you do you and keep supporting. But if you're offended,
Who is this
whatever.
PETA and what does he want?
PETA Griffin. PETA's what my gyro was in earlier. I had a gyro. It was in PETA bread. So I guess PETA's people that keep my lamb meat in my gyro.
I think that's also a character in Hunger Games.
Yes, it is. I'm going with Daniel Bryan, obviously.
Yeah.
And I really hope that someone, burns the naturally fallen oak in the,
When they win it.
when they win it, and, put in their, have it.
But not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday, WrestleMania. Watch them fucking keep that belt, though.
They might. I mean,
they
they
kept
kept
the-
the spinner belt.
They kept the John Cena belt. Watch them actually, make a statement with PETA and be like,
Yeah.
we're keeping this bastard.
Yeah, I mean...
I could see it happening. I mean,
Remember
they
when-
kept a gaudy ass fucking spinner belt for years.
Remember when Edge got creative and turned it into an R?
Remember when Miz got creative and just turned it upside down?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this company is not above having garbage looking belts.
Brock Lesnar's belt. Man.
I mean, like,
Championship.
really,
That's fair.
really garbage
That's
looking
fair.
belts.
As opposed to just raspberry red, whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So yeah, that is.
Shame on you all for 2016 SummerSlam. Shame.
Well, that is our predictions. And this is actually just part one.
Part one.
Part one. And
Just 2 parts.
It's 2
of
parts.
Just 2 marks.
Just 2 parts. Just 2 marks. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, I'm going to bring the Lunatic Bay and perhaps Charles in Charge because there's other big news in wrestling this week, but it's big news that Jedi just really so far out of the loop on he doesn't feel right in commenting on. But Jay White defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi at the New Beginning in Osaka to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. So,
I really know just enough to have been surprised by that, but I don't have much else to add.
So, a little bit later on, we're going to go live again and discuss that with some for a more New Japan-oriented wrestling discussion. So
stick around, weeaboos.
Stick around. We'll be here around, I think, around 11:15 Eastern Time with this discussion.
I will be asleep.
You'll be asleep. But, yeah, this is the end of part 1. You know, if you're not interested in this, I'll go into the normal spiel. Go like the Facebook page, facebook.com/athleticgeek89 for more content. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Got more than just wrestling videos. Got videos from world comic books, gaming, all things geek culture. But for Jedi Jason Kruger, I am the Athletic Geek. We are just two marks. And, well, we're out for now. Have a good one.